Good day, everyone, or should I say, a cold winter day, everyone. I am Sir Jerome, and I will be teaching you some reading strategies to improve your reading fluency. So come and join me in this video on reading fluency. Now, before we start, let's define first what do we mean by reading fluency. Now, fluency is your ability to read a text accurately, quickly, and with expression. Now, when we talk about fluent reading, build stamina for reading lengthy or complex texts. Now, reading fluency serves as a bridge between word recognition and comprehension. Now, readers who have not yet developed fluency read slowly, word by word, and their oral reading is choppy. Now, to improve their reading fluency, I will be teaching you 8 strategies for this video. Now, the first strategy that I will be teaching you is what we call the oral close reading. Now, this one can be done as a whole group or with your partner. Now, how do we do this oral close reading? First, the teacher read the text aloud and intentionally omit keywords. Now, the students will follow along silently and say the missing words aloud as together. Now, this one can also be done with your partner. Now, oral reading helps students to stay engaged and actively listen for comprehension. So that is the first strategy, which is the oral close reading. Now, let's move on with the second reading strategies for reading fluency. The second one is the modeled fluent oral reading, which is a teacher-led or an audio-led oral reading. Now, the teacher read the text aloud with emphasis on expression and intentional pausing. Now, here, the modeled reads also can be done by audio through ebooks or audiobooks while the students are following the printed text. So that is the second, which is the model fluent oral reading. Now let's move on to the third reading strategy to improve your fluency. The third one is assisted reading. Now this one is similar with modeled fluent oral reading, where students are listening to the model reader. Now here, in assisted reading, the students are reading aloud the same text at the same time, which can improve your reading the text simultaneously. Now, the fourth strategy is the guided oral reading. Now, here, students read the text aloud and the teacher gives feedback or explicit guidance from the teacher. So here, the teacher provides error correction to the students either at the end of the paragraph or at the end of the word where the students are having difficulty. So this is the fourth reading strategy, which is the guided oral reading. Next is the fifth reading strategy. Now, for the fifth reading strategy, this is what we call the recording of oral reading. Now, sometimes students feel embarrassed when they try to read a text in front of the class. That's why this was used for students who feel afraid talking in front of the class. So this one is the recording of oral reading. So here, the students will record the period that he is reading the text and then try to give feedback on his or her reading. So that is how we do the recording of oral reading. Now, for the 6 reading strategies, this is what we call the repeated oral reading or the time repeated reading. Now, students read through the same text multiple times. So here, it may be boring for the students to read a particular text several times. But as a teacher, we need to provide motivation. Now, in this particular strategy, we let our students read the same text in multiple times. And then, we adjust the rate. We ask them to read faster, and we ask them to check if their pronunciation, their reading has also been improved. So this one is the 6th reading strategy, which is the repeated oral reading or the time repeated reading. Now, the 7th reading strategies that I'm going to teach you is the partner reading. Now, the student here read a section, a paragraph, or a one page, and then a partner will read the next section or the next paragraph. Now, this will help the students to have cognitive breaks while the other partner is reading the other part of the text. Now, here, your partner can be an adult or a peer, and this one will help you adjust your reading you're reading a longer text. So it will improve your stamina when it comes to reading longer text. So again, that is the 7th reading strategy to improve reading fluency, which is the partner reading. And for the last reading strategies to improve your reading fluency, we have the prosody development. Now, explicit instruction on prosody development is needed so students can focus beyond word reading recognition as well as rate of reading. Now, prosody elements include intonation, volume, stress, smoothness, phrasing, and expression. Now, prosody development is very important because it can make each text reading activity more comprehensive. So that is the 8th reading strategies, which is the prosody development. And now, let's move on to the application of this reading strategy. So I have my students with me here to help us demonstrate those reading strategies we discussed earlier. The best vacation ever. Winter break was fast,
approaching,
and all Scott wanted to do was go.
snowboarding,
Unfortunately, Scott's
parents
had
had
different plans. They had booked a
week-long tropical cruise.
Scott hated warm weather and asked if he could just stay at his
Best friend's house,
so he could snowboarding every day with his
buddy,
at a local mountain. His parents didn't want to hear anything of it. He kept debating them about the,
topic,
but they would not change their
minds,
family time was important to them, and it was
tradition,
that they spend
winter break together.
From
1835 to 1853, a young Native American girl named Lorna lived alone with her husband and 75 years old on the coast of California. The authors have after discovering all of the few facts known about her. Lorna and her people lived on the island until they would hunters trade someone from here. Then she agreed to took the people of the island.
But she stayed there to be with her mother, who was once alive by a ship's crew. After her brother was killed by wild dogs, Lorna faced the challenge of living alone on the island.
Tuttle the turtle. Tuttle was knocked inside his leathery egg. It was completely dark, but he didn't care because he was warm and safe in a nest in the sun. His mother had left Tuttle and his brothers and sisters hidden inside the nest. When she knew her eggs were safe, she returned to her place in the ocean. Turtle and his family were sea turtles.
One day, something inside Turtle told him he was getting too big for his egg. It was time for Turtle to hatch. It was time for all the baby turtles in the nest to hatch. It is safer to hatch and leave the nest at night. Many predators find baby turtles to be a tasty meal birds, and mammals will eat baby turtles.
Meanwhile, Turtle worked hard to break open his eggshell. Birds have a brittle eggshell, but turtles have soft shell that it is hard to open. It took some time for the turtle to open his egg using his egg tube, but he worked hard and finally left his shell behind.
But remember, Turtle's mother had left her eggs buried about 20 inches deep in the sand. Turtle, Turtle in the mud, and the other baby turtle had to dig their way out of the nest, but one by one they emerged from the sand.
So I hope you learned something from the reading strategies to improve fluency from the discussion up to the application. So again, this is Sir Jerome and I hope you learned something in our video today. Again, happy or a cold winter day to everyone. Bye-bye!